All right, before we move on with this next video, I want to apologize to everybody. Yes, this information is 2 weeks old, and there are tons of videos out there about some of the topics we're going to talk about. But it is my take on those topics, and I hope you like the video nonetheless. And guys, let's move on to this week's episode of Homebrew Computing.
A few moments ago, I was watching YouTube and seen that Hardware Haven had posted a new video for the week, and I was really excited. But it was not your typical video. He was going out and trying to support a fellow YouTuber that he has enjoyed watching over the years. I just now am hearing of this guy. It's called Nova Spirit Tech. Apparently, he's the OG and has been doing these videos for a long time. And he just recently announced he had stage 4 lung cancer. And in solidarity and support, he is not posting a video, but asking us to go out and watch his channel. And guys, if you have a spare TV like I do here in my shop, go to his channel, sit on there, and let it play over and over. Let's get his videos bumped to the top. So this is how he makes a living. He posts videos about home labs, which we all do love. And if we can get his channel going and get a lot of views on it, that means more money coming into him and that he could use towards his cancer treatments. All right, guys, let's get on with the episode. So, I unfortunately am not going to be able to pull the install video in. I'm using Canva. It has a 1 GB upload limit on videos, and I was trying to be slick and do some 4K shots with my phone and a new microphone that I bought, which turned out to it's trash. So you get what you paid for, $21, and it sounds like garbage, and the video was too large to upload. So we're going to have to kind of piece this video together, unfortunately, and it is what it is. So what I have before you is the new G5 Torch Ultra from Ubiquiti. This is on loaner from a friend, and he is working on getting his network cable pulled. And he said, "Hey, you want to make a video about it?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So I'm replacing a G3 Flex that I have been using now for about 2 years, and it has held up outside, even though it says it's weather resistant. This camera is under the awning, so it doesn't get any rain on it. So I did not buy the outdoor cover, which I don't see on here. I see a G3 Flex cover. I don't know if that's what that's for, but I'm sure it is. I do have these these mounts um, that I need to really get installed, but I've never done it. I have 3 of those, and I just never took the time to drill the hole for them because I didn't want to cut into the soffit. And oh well, it is what it is. But this is a 2 megapixel camera. It is 20 foot of our night vision. Of course, it's PoE from your switch, audio, and weather resistant. And I now am using a 2K 4 megapixel camera. This one does have a ultra wide viewing angle of 102 degrees. It has 98 feet of IR vision. That is quite a bit of difference. And AI event detections. I give a microphone and PoE. And this one is completely waterproof. It is meant for outdoor or weatherproof. Sorry, weatherproof, not waterproof. Weatherproof. I'm assuming that means water as well. So if you mounted it out in a place where water was going to get on it, I'm sure it would be okay. So I did not want to drill a large hole into my soffits, and so I mounted this a little bit different. As I'm going to pull the video up for that, I did a screen recording, and it has 3 different options that you see before you. I'm going to use option 3 at the bottom. There is a notch on the back, and I'm going to use the waterproof connector to actually waterproof that RJ45 jack going into it. And it's pretty simple. As you see here, it has 4 mounting screws, and you're going to use the bracket. You're going to mount it to your surface. You can use the provided sheetrock supports, I guess that's what they're called, or in my case, underneath my vinyl soffit, I have wood, so the screws will be long enough to go in and grab that wood, and I do not need these here. So, nonetheless, it's a fairly simple install. There's one thing I would like to point out. They did do some changing to this because the last set of cameras I installed for a friend were the Rio Link, and You had to put on the sleeve and everything before you put the RJ45, but Ubiquiti has thought this one through, and they actually have a where you could pass through. So if you've already, or if you're replacing this camera, you do not have to re-terminate that. So that is kind of cool. You can actually pass that through. The little sleeve opens up. You can put it around the wire, run your wire through um, the plastic sleeve over the rubber grommet, and plug it up and seal it up nice and make it watertight. So that is awesome, Ubiquiti. I do appreciate that. So let's get on to some comparisons, some side by side what the video looks like, and also we'll do some night vision stuff as well, and we'll see how that looks. So guys, let's move on to the next segment of this video, which will be, let's do some picture comparison. All right, I know I said we were going to start comparing the two cameras in the last segment, but that was recorded a while back, like last Saturday, I believe. I was trying to get two videos done in one, but I did not achieve that. So here I am a Saturday again, working on the G5 turret that I was talking about. So, but in between that time, I believe it was maybe Monday or Tuesday, the GA of the new Protect application was released. And I am pretty excited about that. So now you should have a bump up to Protect 4.0 or UniFi Protect 4, whatever you would like to call it. And it does introduce some new features, which are pretty exciting. Um, I have watched a couple other videos. I watched one from Crosstalk Solutions. I've watched UniFi's actually their video. They have it up on their release notes, and it is pretty exciting what they've got going on. So let's hit the top one that they want to for you to know. They did claim or make a claim that they have increased camera capacity by up to 20%. So after watching Crosstalk's video, he said it has to do with the way it actually stores the video. I think that's a, I don't know. Is it the way they store the video, or is it the way that I believe that when they say 20% capacity increase, that actually means you get 20% more cameras, not actually storage capacity? So I I want to give you the reason why I think it's this way, because let's go to their actual website. If you go to their website, I was playing with this earlier. It actually has a capacity calculator. Well, I am for some reason I'm hung up there. All right. So this is the NVRU NVR Pro that they currently have out, and you can go in and do the capacity calculator, and it will tell you actually how many cameras that NVR will be able to handle. And if you look, without any cameras, the compute resources are at 9%. So that means this is just running Protect with no cameras. It is using 9% of the system resources. So as you add cameras, you will notice the resources go up. All right. We have not added any storage yet. So right now at 52 cameras, we're sitting at 53% of the resources. This is HD cameras. But when we start adding 2K cameras, if you notice, that count will go down. And so we can roughly run about 40 total cameras on this when we hit 72%. If you go above 75, it starts telling you you've reached the capacity limits of this device. I'm sure we could probably throw in a couple 4Ks, but it reduces our number of HD cameras in order to be able to stay below that 75. Where do we reach it? It just keeps reducing them. So as long as you don't go above that 75% capacity, you can usually, it's pretty happy. So there, it's a pretty good mix. We've got 32 HD, 2K, and 4K combination. But as you notice, when I start adding in the storage, so if I want to add in 30 days, which I won't be able to get with 8 terabyte hard drives, if I go up to 24 days, it doesn't take away from, it doesn't add to the compute resources. So I don't think it's actually based on the storage. I believe they optimize the engine that they use for Protect to be able to use less compute resources. Therefore, you can add more cameras in. So that is pretty exciting. So if you're running a Dream Machine like I am, you should be able to get around 2 to 3 more cameras on your Dream Machine and use the same amount of storage space. But not only that, they did in the process of doing the core engine, they did change the encoding for improved live streaming and retention efficiency on the AI side. And also now, if you have your cameras, if you're 4K and 2K, or you are running out of storage space, you can reduce those to HD recordings and not mess up your storage capacity. So that is pretty awesome as well. They did revamp the dashboard just a little bit, and we'll go into Protect and we'll take a quick peek at that. If you were running it before, you notice it does look a little bit different. One of the features that I thought was really neat, and we're going to point out here, is the video archiving. So what you can do now is you can store your videos to Google Drive or OneDrive, which I think this is really cool for the enterprise level. So every user where I work has a 5 terabyte limit. So I could create an account for each site, call it, say, let's just call it, one of our schools is called Ridgemont. So I can create a Ridgemont account, and then we would have 5 terabytes of storage to back up our NVR to OneDrive at that school. So the data would never be lost. So data retention is available now at that level, which is pretty awesome. So this is a really cool feature that they added in. They did on the detection add in where you can actually highlight areas, and let's go back to that real quick. Let's see, where was it at? Points of interest. What was it called? I'm sorry, guys. I had it pulled up earlier. Let's see. Interest. Yeah, areas of interest filtering. So, in addition to improving AI detection and classification on the detection page, you can now filter for events that took place within a specific area of the camera field of view. And so that is kind of neat. They added this in. Person of interest as well. Let's go back to it real quick. This is what I thought: camera shortcuts. Easily switch between different camera views within the pop-up camera live view or playback, allowing you to intuitively follow subjects across multiple cameras. So that is really cool. Watch their video and they show you how that works. That would be great if you're trying to track down an individual who may be prowling around your outside of your building, or they do break in. You can follow them through the building as well to see what they got into. So all you guys who say you're not stealing the sandwich out of the office refrigerator now are in trouble if you're running a Ubiquiti. So you can actually filter down on that person and then watch where they go, and you can say, hey, so and so stole my sandwich, and now you can actually get proof of that. So vehicle of interest, this is really cool on their AI side as well. So you can actually now tag a vehicle that you think is suspicious, and if that vehicle comes within your camera view again, it will send out a push notification to you saying that vehicle has come in, which I could see this being good for schools. So if you've got a person who has threatened the school system, you know what vehicle they were driving, you could flag their vehicle, and before they ever come on or into the building premises, you can then alert your SRO officer that vehicle is now on premise, and they can stop that person before they get into the schools. So that is really cool feature. It also has license plate detection. That's part of their AI features. There is tons of cool stuff that Ubiquiti is introducing slowly over time with their AI capable cameras. Their PTZ patrol mode, I really would love to get one of their cameras, but they're $1,400. But they look awesome, and now they have patrol mode, which allows you to set defined areas to automatically move to make sure those are staying clear. So that is pretty awesome. There is some other features they enhanced. If you'll read over their um, release notes, um, improved detection filter. I mean, there's tons of new release stuff for this. So my hat's off to you, Ubiquiti. Your cameras are getting better every day, and I think eventually you're going to start competing with some of the larger companies. And because this give you a slight comparison, so an outdoor AI camera from a Vigilon, I have one that is down at a school now, is about $1,200 for that camera. That is quite expensive for a school system to have to replace, and they only come with a 1-year warranty, which Ubiquiti now offers that 5-year advanced replacement warranty, and you can get a new AI Pro camera for $499. Now, Do they hold up just as well? I mean, I've had cameras outdoors with Ubiquiti now, and I've got a G3 Bullet right now that's been outside for nearly almost 5 years, and has never missed a beat. Knock on wood here, that it will continue to hold up, because I don't want to lose that camera. But I mean, $499 versus $1,200, and you get the same or almost the same features you do spending $1,200. And not only that, you don't have a license fee that you got to pay when you add a camera. So I really do think there, guys, just give them some time. They are working. I know you guys have been hammering on their naming convention, and know you're saying it's like Apple, and I get it. The Pro Max and all these, that sounds exactly like Apple, and they do have some Apple executives, but give them some time, guys. I promise you, it's going to be great. So, all right, now let's move on to the actual comparison of the two cameras. I'm really interested to see how the night vision looks, because that's pretty imperative if you're monitoring your home or your outside premises as your business, to have a good field of view. As this turret actually claims it does 90 feet versus the 20 feet on uh, the G3 Flex that I have. So let's get on to that segment and let's do it. Okay, let's get on with the comparison of the two models. So to the right, I have the Flex, an outdoor video caught of a squirrel running across the front yard, and then this little capture right here of a bird. So as you can tell, there's quite a bit of difference in the quality. Of course, you're going to get more quality with a 2K camera versus an HD. But again, the HD camera is good quality. I mean, for $79 when this thing was released, I mean, if you put these around your house or inside your building, you're getting pretty decent quality with it. So let's play both the videos real quick, and we'll start. And it should show a bird hop in the frame here in just a moment. But as you can see, the quality is really good on both the cameras, but the HD 2K or the 2K camera is just a little bit better. Hopefully, let's drag this timeline up. We'll see a bird come in. There he is. Come on. That's picking up me. Let's go to the bird. Come on. There he is. So, I mean, guys, this camera 129, the quality you get out of it is fantastic. It is great quality camera. And the Flex is still a good one, a good option. They still sell it as well. They still sell the G3 Flex. So it is still supported. Now let's move on to some night vision of each. So I've got, there's the front door. There is a cat. Let's bring that up. There we go. And let's go back into this view. Let's bring in a night view of somebody walking up here. And see, notice it tells it's got person and motion detection. I believe that's what that is. So let's play with that. And it's a picture of my son coming up, and I believe this was a cat walking. So as you see, I love the 102-degree viewing angle on that camera, and the actual night vision is tons better. I don't know what he's laughing about, but something must have been funny. But anyways, guys, do I recommend the G5 turret? Yes, absolutely, 100%. It is a great camera. It is far worth the $129 you pay for it. That's why it is currently sold out on Ubiquiti. So, guys, that is the end of this segment. Guys, I look forward to the next one. I got an exciting episode coming up. It is something I spent all week doing. That's why this video is running behind where I wanted it to be. But we will catch you in the next one. Remember, guys, keep on DIY and doing it yourself. This is the great part of this hobby. And we will catch you in the next video.